and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Damian Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D. And today, we strike first. We strike hard. We show no mercy. Cobra Kai, Season 3.
All right, here we go. Another episode, Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 13. This one we're talking about the new season of Cobra Kai, season 3. Just came out a few days ago. Actually, by the time you watch this, it'll probably be about a week it's been out. But yeah, I think we all just kind of binge watch it real quick, pretty much like everybody else in the country.
I think I binge watched the other 2 seasons too when they came out.
It's really quick. It's really an easy watch. I don't know if it plays on the whole nostalgia thing for all of us, but
yes, absolutely.
It's great. Down to the 80s music mix. They just do it well. I love that they didn't hip hop it all up. I got to be honest with you. I love that they didn't try and make it now, you know?
Right.
They didn't try and make it too cool for themselves, you know? They kept it pretty true, I think, you know, through the whole series.
Yeah, well, you know what? Like, I read a review somewhere was saying, and it hit the nail right on the head. It was like, it appeals to like the older crowd that kind of grew up with the original movies, but it also appeals to like kids now. It's like a teenager movie, you know?
Yeah.
Really, I mean.
I still love them movies. American Pie, all those kind of movies I love. I love all them, you know, even like, maybe we'll do an episode on some of them movies back in the day, like Last American Virgin, one of my favorite movies ever. It's just the movies that were made in the 80s, like I said, it could be our age. It's just, they were so much fun and they weren't worried about, you know, showing this or showing that, and the soundtracks were unbelievable.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we're trying to get this, you know, a brand new song we're going to throw into a movie. They were like, you know, time staples, you know, you remember the first song for this or that, you know?
Yeah. And a lot of those soundtracks they kind of made the bands. It's like now, you know, these movies that go after like a already well-known band. Back then there were pretty much a lot of unknown bands that, you know, the songs, you know, from the movie, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like even like a lot of their Survivor songs, they probably wouldn't have been as big if it wasn't for the Rocky movies. They had like 3 or 4 songs in the Rocky. It was great.
Well, how about, you want to talk Karate Kid from the first movie, Bananarama?
Great song, Cruel Summer. Yeah.
Every time I hear that, I think of Karate Kid.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what they're missing in a lot of today's stuff, the soundtrack stuff. It's too formulated now. Before it was like, maybe it's licensing. I don't know how it is all now with all that stuff, but it could be licensing. It could be anything like that. But it definitely, soundtrack can make anything. We say this almost every episode. The soundtrack could make or break anything sometimes, you know?
I think that's kind of why I'm not such a big Scarface fan, is because of the soundtrack. I think that type of movie, that soundtrack killed it for me.
I like the soundtrack. Rush, 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 studio. Rush, rush, rush. That's awesome.
Too much montage, too much.
But Deborah Harry.
But
for me, that's what killed that movie. So I don't know.
You're wrong about Scarface, but that could be down the line. We'll get into
tell
that.
Me I'm wrong. That's
I'll wait till we get a little Frankie on. I'll tell you you're wrong.
Yeah. He'll fight with you.
He'll fight for me.
This fish will swim the other way.
Yeah, well, it's all by itself, that fish.
Yeah.
It's a rebel.
I'm a rebel.
But going back to the Karate Kid, man, I mean, 1, 2, and 3, I know pretty well. I didn't see the one, or I don't remember the one with what's her name in it?
Hillary Swank.
Hillary Swank, and then I definitely didn't watch the other one.
No, I don't watch them too either. But from what I read is that you know, I've been reading a lot about this show. I mean, even if we weren't doing this thing, but they're trying to get her. They try to bring all the old people back.
Yeah, they're doing a good job the way they're doing it too.
Yeah.
They're doing a good
job.
job.
So they said, don't be surprised if she shows up somewhere down the line, you know. But they said, you know, it kind of seemed after watching this, maybe I'm getting a little too ahead of myself, but there's going to be way more seasons than just this one.
If they keep doing it well, I think it will be.
No more than 5. You go past 5, that's when shit goes bad. 5's the perfect number. Yeah.
So before we get into it, I love when I heard about that they were coming out with the series. I was totally into it. Like, I couldn't wait to see it, and I was so surprised at how good it was. Like, I love the different point of view where it shows you that you know what Johnny was going through, because we only seen Daniel's side, we didn't see Johnny's side.
Right.
You know, it was pretty cool the way they twisted that around.
I think they got the idea from. If you look on YouTube, it went sort of viral at one point, but there's a video where some guy he did this. Somebody did this video like 10 years ago. He did the point of view where he said Daniel is the villain, and Johnny, and
he took his girl, man.
It's an interesting take, and I think the writers saw that and it kind of inspired them to kind of sort of put that spin on it, just to kind of maybe not, but they definitely show his side where
which is good, which is cool. You get to see a different point of view, and it shows you also that just because you're the kid cool at school one time, you might grow up to be nothing in the dork or whatever.
Yeah,
wind up the one with the chicks and the money.
Right.
Shit changes. You could be the cool quarterback. 20 years ago. That doesn't mean you're going to be successful after that.
That's right.
Can't live in the past.
Don't be an Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico, love Uncle Rico. Uncle Rico's all right with me. As soon as he hit that guy with the steak in the face, he was all right with me.
Best scene of the movie.
Great scene. But okay, let's move on to Cobra Kai season 3, episode 1. What you got, Damo?
I guess we should warn people that there's spoilers. This whole thing is going to be, spoiler alert. So turn it off or watch it and then watch this.
Okay, let's talk Cobra Kai, episode 1, season 3. What you got, Damo?
All right. Well, the first episode starts out, takes place a couple weeks after the school fight. There's like this anti-physical contact rule in school, which is
no hits.
Silly. Yeah, I mean,
no hits, hugs. Hugs, not hits. That's what it is.
That should apply to every school, but whatever.
Right.
TV. Daniel's daughter, she's suffering from panic attacks, and there's still this big feud with the two dojos, and the kids in the school. Obviously, they can't fight. Johnny wants to visit Miguel. They only allow family members, but Johnny purposely hurts himself. He kind of sneaks in through the ICU, gives Miguel some words of encouragement.
Yeah.
Daniel finds out that Robbie stole the van from the dealership, and then Daniel and Johnny kind of team up because they're looking for Robbie since he kind of like flew he's been missing for the past couple weeks, I guess.
I got to say, the best thing they did with that kid was give him a new haircut.
Yeah.
That hair was bad. They gave him a new haircut.
Robbie. Yeah.
Well, has that look on his face, though? He's lost.
He's like got that Johnny, what's his name? Joey Lawrence thing. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's just...
He looks confused. But first episode, I thought it was pretty good. I love the Johnny character. Him and the Kreese character are like my two favorites.
Yeah.
It's so good. And you said he hurts himself when he headbutts the thing in the bathroom.
Yeah.
To get in the ICU, and then he tries to, talk to Miguel. But I mean, definitely cool. I thought the first episode was good. They're so quick, though. I mean, they move along so damn quick.
Yeah, we get into them. It's over.
Yeah, I watched it almost, I think, in 1 or 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 2 nights. Yeah. For me, about 2 nights. But episode 1 was good. It was definitely good. I mean, there's that gang war going on with the Karate Kids, and it's silly, but it's
I know
it's that 80s throwback. Johnny's still a drunken mess. He pretty much leaves Cobra Kai, kind of,
mm-hmm.
and because he can't, I guess, forgive himself for what happened to Miguel, and his son's mixed in. It's crazy, man. But let's move on to episode 2.
All right. It starts out with a flashback, and I think the flashback scenes are great because it shows, they often do a Kreese, and it kind of shows his background. You just think this guy is, a prick right off the bat. But in the opening scene, the flashback shows him as a busboy working at this diner, and he's being bullied. There's an army recruit, and the bullies, they kind of get like this army application, and they kind of like, rip it up and throw it. But Kreese kind of,
took to it.
He took to it. He's kind of intrigued by it.
And even the bully kids, they're like breaking his balls about his mother committing suicide. They're calling him a freak, and I'm sure at that age it was probably a lot to deal with. And I guess he's seen the army thing as maybe a way out. Him he sees the guy kind of getting mean to the girl, and he kind of steps in and he fights with the guys.
Oh, that's right.
outside.
Yeah.
He winds up getting, he looked like he's going to get his ass kicked, but he winds up kicking their ass. It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
He was always a badass. He was always a badass. So it's like it wasn't just the military that made him a badass, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
He
It's everything they show in all these flashbacks. It just kind of shows you what how he became to what he is.
Yeah.
It just builds on it. But I mean, basically, they goes back into the present day. They have Johnny and Daniel. They kind of joined forces looking for Robbie,
which is a trip.
It's kind of it's just whatever
road trip.
I gotta say,
like
before you move on, I gotta say that Johnny loves the metal.
Are they playing Wasp in this one, or is that the next episode?
It's one of the episodes. Might be the next episode. But he likes the metal, man.
Later.
He cranks the metal up.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah,
Sorry, Dame. You go
on. So they find out that Robbie stole the Dodge Caravan. It's just kind of ridiculous. But anyway, they do find Robbie. He's in like a rehab center, and Daniel kind of betrays him a little bit. I think he
visits his mother in the rehab. So he visits his mother in the rehab, and Daniel figures that, look, if I could talk to him, get him to turn himself in, it won't be so bad.
Lessen the sentence. But I got, Robbie kind of looked at it as like he was betrayed. The cops came. So the cops take him to the juvie hall. Meanwhile, Tori, the badass Cobra Kai chick, she's having, issues with her landlord. Kreese comes. He kind of saves the day with her. He kind of,
Yeah, the landlord was being a little creepy.
Yeah, total creep.
He's being creepy.
That was like the first kind of like scene where they actually showed you like Kreese was kind of like a human. He had like some kind of empathy. He wasn't like this like stone hard guy that's just going to like tell you to kill somebody. He actually felt like a person at that part of it.
Yeah, he told her pretty much, listen, I'll waive the fees. You're my star student pretty much. I'm going to waive the fees, and I'll he don't really tell her he's going to take care of her problem, but he takes care of her problem. He grips the guy up a little bit. Has the cigar cutter out near his finger. It was pretty good. It was pretty good, man. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was laughing because of the fight scene with Johnny and Daniel when they were beating up those guys in the chop shop.
Well, they chase him because they see the car,
right? And then I'm laughing at the end of it because these two fucking morons want to fight each other now,
right?
And I'm like, who the fuck wrote this? Vince McMahon?
Yeah. Good friends, better enemies. But yeah, man. So, I mean, Miguel's out of the coma, right, Dame? At this point,
yeah.
They get the text message he's out of the coma,
right?
And I think Johnny goes to see after they have that little fight, fight between them. Johnny pretty much just gets in the car, leaves, and he goes to the hospital, and he goes to talk to Miguel. And Miguel's pretty pissed off, right? Because he's like, I listened to you. I listened to every word you said. I showed mercy, and look what it got me.
Mm-hmm. Right. Into the juvie hall where he has issues in the next coming episodes.
Episode. All right, with that being said, Dave, let's move on to episode 3.
So 3, this is, it's kind of cool they threw this guy in because I love the old Cobra Kai guys, but Johnny, he looks for his old buddy Bobby. From the old crew, and the funny thing is now he's a preacher.
Yeah, and he's calling him a priest.
Priest, yeah, he calls him a priest. The guy's not a priest. He's just one of those, those guys you see on TV, like those preachers. Yeah. But he's looking for advice on how he could pay for Miguel's surgery. I mean, I don't know why you would ask him, but okay, so they threw him in there. It was cool.
Yeah,
and then. So he pretty much tells Johnny, he's like, go ask Sid, who's his rich stepdad, who they pretty much hate each other.
Oh, he was a prick.
Meanwhile, they have like the Miyagi-Do students are doing like a car wash. They're trying to raise money.
It's just kind of weird. They're showing these chicks in bikinis,
Yeah.
And they're like,
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
A little weird.
But they have the Cobra Kai kids. They kind
Absolutely.
of steal the money, and so they look like they did something. But
Well, also then you got the problem with where the LaRussos find out that the competitor wants to take over the dealership.
Right.
Because the Miyagi name's kind of going through the mud and it's affecting the dealership. And,
right.
But their former employee who left to go with this other Hammer guy, he pretty much don't like the guy. He don't want to work for that new boss. And he rats him out saying that, hey, the owner, the car company from Japan that that you dealt with forever is pretty much making a deal with this other strapper. You know what I mean? So he kind of rats them out, which is, which leads us to more of the story. But, Johnny's on the bender when he goes to visit his buddy. Was it Bobby, right?
Yeah.
He's still on the bender. He's all crazed out. And how about the coffee cake where he goes, I don't know how they get the coffee in the cake.
He always says like stupid shit like that. It's kind of
he's great. He's definitely an awesome character because he's so stuck in like 82 or whatever,
Right.
It's great. It's great. It's so good. And it's played throughout the whole season like that,
Yeah.
We got anything else important that was in there too?
Yeah. I mean, the whole Doyona, I guess they can't call it Toyota.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
Doyona.
So they changed the name. Oh, and also this when you're starting to see Robbie, there's like bullies in the juvie hall, and they're kind of like messing one a bit. And Johnny is like Bobby set up a meeting, I guess, with Robbie, and Johnny's supposed to be there, but he doesn't because he's with Miguel. So that
Miguel's family wants him to stay and pray or whatever they're going to do. And I guess he feels it's what he should do. But going back to that juvie thing, that one big dude, man, he looks way older than too old to be in that place.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck that.
What's he like 36? He's supposed to be 16.
He looked like a grown ass man.
But it ends with that that Daniel's going to Japan, and that's like as soon as it ended, and then I knew that like because you saw the previews with the other people from part 2, and that's like okay, that's the shit that I want to see.
Yeah, man, that was pretty wild, man. So that moves us on to episode 4, Damo.
Yeah, so now he starts out. He's in Japan. He has like this big meeting with Doyona, and they basically say sorry, but we're going with this other dealership.
No Doyona for you.
Right. So he's all, he's like Johnny. He's drinking at the bar, and I guess the bartender talks some sense into him. He gets like this, this vision that goes to Okinawa. He goes to Okinawa.
Yeah.
He's looking for the village. The village is now called. It turned into like a strip mall or something.
Yeah, they totally like revamped it and sold out, but it helped the village. By them selling out, it kind of helped brought jobs and stuff like that. But he walked in, it was like, it became friggin' Disney World all of a sudden,
Right, yeah.
But
and then he bumps into Kumiko, who is now is a dancer, and she's like dancing outside, on this little public.
A Japanese dancer,
show.
Not dancer in the way we think of dancer.
Right, yeah, not a
she's
stripper.
not taking ones,
Right, yeah, like some Japanese ballet stuff.
Yeah, I gotta say though, before we get back into the Japan thing, I gotta say, in the season, Hawk's mohawk is looking pretty fresh.
It looks good. Yeah,
it's fresh. Mm-hmm. It looks good. He's got a fresh, and he's still a dickhead. He's still a dickhead at this point.
he's number one. Yeah. It also in this episode it shows him he just instigates fights all the time.
Right.
And all the Miyagi kids they get in trouble for it.
Yeah. But pretty much he's playing them. He's playing them pretty good. But then I guess Daniel meets up with the Kumiko, right? Is that how you say your name?
Yeah, or Kimiko, I think. And she kind of she said they're sitting down having a drink, and then she brings over Johnny or Daniel's old rival Chosen, who was my favorite villain in all of Karate Kid.
Great,
that guy. He's such a badass in part 2.
Oh, he's great. He's definitely really. He
cool. still looks pissed off.
Yeah, he looks like almost like no soup for you, like the soup Nazi. Yeah, he still looks intense.
Yeah, really
I love that they got the same people to come back.
Yeah.
They got the same people. I don't know how they did it, but they got the same people to come back. I was checking it up as I was watching it. I was checking. Is that the same guy? It looks like the same guy. It is the same guy. Same thing with the girl with Kumiko. Same thing. It's the same. It's the same lady.
It's amazing.
I guess, Kumiko sits with him and, she starts to share these letters that Miyagi wrote. And
wait, is that this season or is that the
it's
next episode?
Yeah, it's this episode.
This one? Okay.
Yeah. Starts to show the letters, and pretty much he sees one that was written like the week of his death or something. He talks about how Daniel's family took him in, and he has a family again.
Right.
So yeah, episode 4, they reunite with Kumiko and Chosen, and that leads us on to episode 5.
Yeah, so 5 we have starts out with the Miyagi-Do student, the big guy, and he's getting picked on. He evidently works at golf and stuff, which is it's like it's in the first Karate Kid where Daniel takes Allie with an I out on their date.
Yeah, Allie with an I. Daniel LaRusso with an L. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so they come and they kind of pick on this kid, Hawk and everything, and there's like a Tori comes and they're ambushed. There's like a big fight. Sam suffers from a friggin' panic attack. Hawk breaks Dimitri's arm.
Right.
And everybody's kind of freaked out by it. And you can kind of see like Hawk, he kind of like after he did it, or it might have been slightly before, but he kind of seemed like he didn't want to do it, but he kind of felt like he had to.
Gave in the peer pressure.
They were all champ. Right?
Yeah,
they were.
So
they were. So he gave in the peer pressure. And then, what about Chosen is starting to talk to Daniel, and he's going through the secrets of Miyagi-Do, and he's like saying, you don't know everything, You
don't know. Yeah. You don't know all the secrets. I thought he was going to tell him that, like, that's, Chosen is like, Mr. Miyagi's my dad or something.
Yeah.
But he shows him like some move
pressure point stuff.
Pressure points where he could
the sonic air ass punch over there.
A lot of ass punching going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing the and I knew it was going to happen. When they're doing the sparring, he has Daniel, and then he says, live or die or whatever, and then he honk, and then he just starts he honks his nose and he just starts like cracking up laughing, and he just pretty much told him he was fucking with him the whole time.
Yeah, it was intense though, and because you're saying this guy might still want to, free him up or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, man, this guy really is like, he has like 30 plus years of anger on him. He still hates Daniel, but then
he looks it too, man. He looks intense, right? He looks intense.
he looks like he has to take a shit the whole time. Yeah.
After he honked his nose, you pretty much told him, he's like, dude, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah. Psych. Like one of those deals. That's like from 80 something, right? Psych.
Yeah, psych.
I think that's being brought back though. I don't know.
Oh, bringing back the psych.
Yeah.
But then you got Kreese that visits Robbie and Juvie.
Yeah.
And, when Kreese talks to Johnny earlier going, we're going to get our boy out. Johnny's thinking Miguel. He's not thinking that, Kreese is thinking about Robbie.
Right.
Robbie the traitor.
Yeah, and also, this is a pretty lot of stuff happens. Pretty detailed episode. There's a lot of different shit happens. Daniel meets the little girl that he saved in part 2 from the
Yanni or something like that. Yanni, something like that. Yeah, Uni. I think it's Uni
from a typhoon, and it just so happens that she's like vice president of Doyona.
It just happens that way. She's going to save his business.
She saved his business for him,
and that too, Dame and Mike. That too is the same actress that was in Karate.
Yeah. It was the kid, right?
I couldn't believe it. I'm telling you, I can't believe they got the same people. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
The best part.
Here it goes. I was waiting for it.
Miguel, Johnny takes Miguel. He's helping him out with his rehab. He tells, he goes to a concert, D. Snyder concert. He says that it's Miguel's a Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah. All the chicks are looking at him. Yeah.
And Miguel's they're watching D. Snyder, and he starts tapping his foot. So
Yeah. Johnny likes the metal.
I thought he was going to a strip club at first, but
I didn't know where the frig they were bringing him. And I'm like, wait, that's D. Snyder. Yeah. Just seeing the kids are back. I was like, look at this. The kids are back.
Yeah.
Then they do a little I Want to Rock, and the foot starts tapping. But I mean, before that, how about all the other crazy shit he was making him do? He puts his foot on fire.
Oh yeah, his shoelace on fire, leads him to his foot, and he couldn't feel it. And he had the what's the name on the fishing line? He had a torn.
Oh, with the Vanna White thing. Oh, we say Vanna White, it'll get you amped up. If I show you the Vanna White one, I'm like, he's so stuck in the 80s. It's just.
I know.
What did he say? Not on the screen. It's better on the page. I mean, crazy, man.
But it ends with Allie sends Johnny a friend request on Facebook, and
yes.
he accepts it. So
yeah, man. So stirring up some old memories as we move on to episode 6.
This one starts out another flashback from Kreese in Vietnam in 1968. His army captain summons him, wants him to be part of like some special forces unit, and he wants Kreese to recruit, some soldiers for this, I don't know, top secret mission, whatever the hell it is,
Right.
Meanwhile, it goes back to present day, and Kreese is recruiting athletes for new Cobra Kai,
Yeah, he's taking on that whole army thing.
Yeah, and he gets that kid Kyler, who I think is like
pretty badass.
Villain. Yeah, badass, and he's the one who was picking on Hawk before.
He was like the wrestling kid. Yeah.
Yep.
It was great. Like it seemed like he took his army captain's like whole persona after he killed him.
Yeah.
Well,
the cigar, the mannerisms,
but he took everything, the way he talks and everything. It seems like it came from him because he wasn't like that, like really. But then you see this guy, and it's like, wait, this guy's almost like Kreese. Yeah,
he learned from. That's who he learned from.
Yeah, he's like, I guess he could be like his mentor.
How about when Johnny's Facebook looks kind of lame and he starts to take pictures? Oh man, hilarious.
I was
Miguel tells him you got to take some photos. He's showing him all these shirtless photos. He's like, you have anything with the shirt on? He has like this ripped up tank top, and he's like, dude,
they were the old Tiger Beats. They were the Tiger Beat photos.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you have them. They come. The new recruits come into the dojo at this point, and Hawk sees what's the Tyler, right?
Tyler.
He sees the Tyler dude, and he looks like he's kind of shitting himself for a second, having a little, some flashbacks with it.
Yeah. He doesn't approve of him.
No, he's not. No. He's not into it. He knows that kid's trouble. So they start facing. They have a couple of the students face off against new students versus old students kind of deal, and the heavyset kid gets his ass whooped by Tyler pretty much.
Right.
And then Hawk kind of gets fired up, and then Hawk gets in there with the guy that hangs with Tyler. I forget his name, but that dude, the weightlifting dude.
What the hell's his name? Yeah.
But he gets in there with him, and Hawk just rips him a new ass, man. Hawk beats the shit out of him, and he don't stop. They actually got to pull Hawk off.
Yeah.
That tension, man.
He was laying into him.
All that tension. I'm saying to myself, man, the motherfucker's about 120 pounds. Come on. you know?
Yeah, you know what?
I'll swat that son of a bitch.
The kid threw his shirt off. He's got like this, the Hawk tattoo. Kid's pretty ripped, for whatever age he's supposed to be,
Well, he's probably supposed to be 16. He's probably 30 in real life, But after that, dude, after that fight, after he whips that kid's ass, he walks up to Tyler and just eye fucks him.
Yeah.
He just eye fucks him. He looks right at him. He's like, what now, sucker? That's right, sucker. But man, that's. And how about after, I guess, the LaRussos go to Kreese's landlord, Dame?
Oh, yeah, right.
That guy.
Yeah, like, I'm watching that. I was like, no, man. I mean, that can't happen in real life. There's laws. You just can't,
toss somebody out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy they kind of squashed that pretty quick, because that's like not believable at all.
Yeah, they didn't even really show the fight. They showed the two goons kind of come in, or his nephews or whatever they were, and you just know Kreese beat them.
Yeah, kicked their ass, and
Yeah, you didn't even need to say it, even though we wanted to, but
right.
Yeah, they were two big boys, but it looked, from what it looked like Kreese just pretty much took them out, and he stayed there. But the landlord was going for that extra money. They say we'll double the money and you can still rent out the place. Shit.
Yeah, he's a little scumbag, that guy.
Yeah, he's an old timer. He wanted to make the loot. And that guy, Mike, you said you've seen that guy in a bunch of movies, right? And stuff, and a bunch of TV stuff.
He's definitely in a lot of stuff. He always plays that same kind of shiesty character. I can't really think of anything else he was in, but he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he looks familiar. He definitely looks familiar.
Yeah, character actor guy.
But so Kreese pretty much comes out on top, and that moves us on to episode 7.
Yeah, so now Johnny, he's been training with Miguel, trying to get him to walk. He finally does walk now. Meanwhile, Daniel's spending time with his daughter Sam. They're trying to bond. He's trying to get her to overcome her fears. Of that girl Tori. Miguel now he goes back to school. He finds out about the golf and stuff fight with his old buddies,
Hawk,
and he kind of Hawk. He cuts ties with those guys. So now he's not like Cobra Kai. Johnny decides to start his new dojo. He gets his loyal students, and I'm like doing this. I'm like, what's he going to call this? And he comes up Eagle Fang Karate, which I think is a pretty cool.
He loves Iron Eagle. He loves Iron Eagle, Johnny, and Iron Eagle 2. Let's not forget he likes Iron Eagle 2.
Yeah. So then you start, at the end of that, so they're training. He's looking for a new dojo. He says, "Screw it." He just he does it out in the park when he finds out that it's free.
He knows it's a sweet deal. Look how sweet this is.
Right,
you don't have to pay nothing. It's sweet.
So the Cobra Kai students, they come out, and I kind of thought that maybe that they're going to join up, but no, they confront them, and then Kreese comes out, and that's like. Like the whole rivalry. It's like a whole third dojo now. So
well, he talks. Kreese talks to him and like gives him, "Come on, Johnny, just come with us," kind of deal. And Johnny ain't having none of it. But Kreese is intense, man. He's so intense.
Yeah,
he really is.
Speak of somebody that's he's living in the past too. I think just about everybody in the show is living in the past. Even Daniel, to a certain degree, living in the past.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But the kids, they always try to like educate them on certain things,
Yeah.
And they go against what they teach.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So, it pretty much ends with Kreese and Johnny kind of getting in each other's face.
Right.
That's where 7 kind of ends. So we're going to move on to episode 8.
Yeah. So now they have, the yearly All Valley karate tournament, and there's so much bad press between the schools, with their respective dojos that the kids belong in. The city council decides no more tournament. So Daniel, Kreese, and Johnny, they go to the city council. They're trying to make their cases. They're all like, no, forget it. So Miguel and Sam, they come, and they pretty much win them over. Tournament's back on. Robbie, meanwhile, he kind of joins forces with Kreese. And Johnny's banging Miguel's mom.
It took him 2 episodes and a half. So, but he got in there.
2 seasons and a half.
2 seasons.
That's right, 2 seasons and a half. That's 2 seasons and a half. But he got in there.
Right.
For Johnny. Do for Johnny.
Now,
yes, that was good.
Does it end with Allie, or is that the next episode? Okay.
No,
because then, I was like, oh shit, man, this guy. It's like that's what he wanted throughout the whole thing. Probably was to get back with Allie.
Well, you know how it is. You go in a dry run, and all of a sudden they all come at once.
Right. Yeah.
They all come at once, man.
And you always pick the wrong one.
Yep.
Usually, yeah. Yeah, man. But so Johnny gets together with Miguel's mother pretty much. I think that's how we go into episode 9.
Yeah, so now Allie's back in town for the holidays, and they got the mom. She's staying at her mom's house, the mom from the original movie.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember the mother, tell you the truth.
I didn't even have to look her up. I just recognized her.
I know they showed the house, and it was like the same
house. Yeah.
It's unbelievable how their detail in this show is unbelievable. Even if you look at a lot of the points and places and things, they're all, if you look at, there's so many Easter eggs.
Yeah, yeah.
That you could go back and you go, oh, that's so-and-so, that's that. it's just there's so many of them. There really is. I'm sorry, Damon, continue.
Yeah, so Allie's in town for the holidays. She meets Johnny for lunch. Johnny's kind of he's thinking that she's kind of like some hoity-toity type still. So he's ordering like, what is that Mangdoon vegan,
the vegan
whatever.
food, yeah.
And she's like, I'll have a cheeseburger. He's like, you know what? Make that too.
Probably like, thank God.
Yeah. So they're catching up. He finds out that she's separated now, and I guess he kind of felt like a lot of
old feelings. Yeah,
old feelings, but also kind of like some regret. So
that's the one that got away, right? That's the one that got away.
Yeah. So he pretty much tells her he's pretty much a screw up. Meanwhile, at Cobra Kai, the Cobra Kai students, they don't like Robbie because they still see him as part of Miyagi, but they sort of warm up to him after Kreese sends him to the zoo to get a snake. he gets a snake. Daniel finds Miguel at Miyagi-Do with Sam, Daniel and Miguel sort of like bond, and it kind of I'm thinking like Miguel is kind of like really like Daniel, I think.
Yeah.
More than anybody,
Yeah, I think so. Episode 10. At this point, we see a flashback with Kreese in Vietnam, and they're still imprisoned, and they're still making them fight each other to the death, pretty much, with the snakes on the bottom and all that stuff. And we see Kreese pretty much, just checking out this this Vietnamese guy come in, and they're picking out the next people to fight. So they choose the captain, and they choose one of Kreese's friends. And Kreese steps in, and Kreese says, I'll go. I'll fight him. Now, this is his chance, to go with the captain who's starting, captain's pretty much a prick. You know what I mean, Dave? So what'd you feel on this one? What'd you get on this one?
Well, one thing that should be noted is that in an earlier flashback, somebody was going to give Kreese a letter, but the captain took it instead. He opened it up, and it was just a letter saying that Kreese's girlfriend or whatever, is the love of his life, died in a car accident, I think it was.
Car crash, yeah.
In a car crash. So
yeah.
So the captain told Kreese that right before they were ready to fight to kind of make it look like he has nothing else to live for. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has, so he just like he wants to die, but no, it was the other way around.
Right.
And the whole fight pretty much was like, dude, it was like watching Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, change Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It was definitely that point because he kicked the dude's ass, and then the guy was holding on, getting ready to fall in the pit. And at that point, all the planes start flying over, and they're bombing all the POW camps. So he could have easily put his hand up and saved them. Pretty much, he was like, "Nah, no mercy. Mercy's for the weak."
Yeah.
And he left his captain. And he died, and the guy, his buddy Twig, he pretty much saved his life. And you kind of know who this guy is going to be.
Absolutely.
His buddy from Vietnam.
Right. Which probably, ends the season with the phone call, and that's probably the phone call he makes.
Yeah, but right before that phone call is during that whole confrontation with Daniel and Kreese and Johnny, they all decide let's end this at the tournament.
Yeah.
If we beat you, you gotta leave. You're done. No more Cobra Kai. So, which I like now that you got this whole next season is probably going to be the like Karate Kid was, like the whole movie was pretty much about the tournament. So
yeah,
like last season, it seemed like it was like pretty quick, there wasn't much build up.
Yeah,
with the tournament at all. But now it looks like they have something to fight for.
Yeah, I was glad they didn't shove that in there. I thought the last couple episodes they were going to try and cram it in there. I'm glad they didn't.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't.
I mean, we're creasing that phone call. If you want to, touch on that.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be Terry Silver. That's that's who it's got to be, right?
Right.
Who if anybody watched Karate Kid 3, that he was he wound up having like a bunch of money. He was cutthroat, money making, and he screwed Daniel over pretty good, and that's that series, in that movie. But so it's gonna be Terry Silver. So I think a lot of people are excited for that. That's definitely one. If anybody hasn't seen it in a while, definitely rewatch it. it's pretty damn good. I know it's the third one. Everybody's got another one, but the third one was real good.
And
real
know, if they bring him back, they're probably going to bring Mike Barnes back, even if
the bad boy character. Oh, yeah, dude, he was the real deal.
Yeah, even if it's like an episode or two. You know what? I would love to see a tournament. Bring all those old guys. Bring Chosen. I want to see the tournament with just them.
It'll be like, what was that video game for Nintendo? Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So all in all, to wrap up what we're talking about, Cobra Kai season 3, what did you think of season 3, Dame?
I liked it. I definitely liked the second half of the season. Was I think the first 3-4 episodes were moving a little slow. I was like, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, maybe I don't know if it lives up to
the hype,
first two, but yeah, towards the end, I mean, and they just ended like the way it ended was the last episode or two. It was just great. It kind of made the whole season. Yeah.
Yep. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, man, it was good. It started out a little slow, but it picked up. I think some of the fight scenes are a little outrageous, but other than that, man, it's a good show. Definitely worth the watch.
I love it. I'm definitely going to watch the next season. I mean, I could probably watch it over and over again. I like it so much. And I do like the original movies, and I thought it was great. They did such a good job on detail of everything. And the way they didn't bring the characters back cheesy. I know we even talked about the Rocky movies. We're like, it's a little cheesy how they, it's somebody's son and somebody, But
right, yeah.
They did it well.
Clever, wasn't cheesy. I mean, it did have some cheese.
It had a thin layer of cheese, but it was good cheese. Okay, so we all look forward to season 4. Hopefully, it won't be so long this time. I'm hoping it's a lot quicker.
I don't know. There's longer.
There's a lot of cool, and going back, there's a lot of cool Easter eggs. I just Google them, and you'll see there's like a lot of them. There's so much that we left out.
There is. There is. So I'm sure, and if anybody listens, I'm sure we forgot a ton of shit. We might have been even out of whack with some of it, but you get the idea.
Go watch it for yourself, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly. But it is on Netflix, so check it out, man. It's really worth the watch. It is. Well, since we're talking about Japanese stuff, how about some strange Japanese food? Damo, what you got?
Well, you sent me this whole list, but there was something that was on it, but I had something similar to it. It was sea urchin, this regular sea urchin, but it's alive.
It's nasty.
And I ordered it. But,
really?
Wait, you ordered it?
I did order it. We went to a sushi place on Passaic Avenue, Izumi, I think, and they had live sea urchin.
No shit.
And I ordered it. Waitress comes back. My luck. Oh, we're all out of it. We don't have it anymore.
I was really waiting to hear the story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally into eating weird shit like
you
that.
got balls.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Too.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking supposed to be vile.
I got rules on shit, man. Nothing alive, no insects.
Yeah. Well, I mean, uni, you got it's what sea urchin gonads.
Gonads. You know what? This photo looks pretty good. I mean,
it looks like chicken cutlets on the
yeah.
It looks like shake and bake.
It doesn't really look that bad. I mean, I would, but now by the description, I wouldn't order it. But the photo looks.
So sea urchin, uni sea urchin. Would you get it, Dane?
Yeah, I would get it.
How about you, Mike?
No way. Nope.
That's a no for me. Dame's got more balls than I do. That's a no for me, man.
As you swallow that thing and it's fighting for its life, and then it grasps the.
It looks like chicken cutlet, but you know it's not.
Chokes you.
Nah, no good. All right, how about this one? Haibushu, if I'm saying it right. Habushu. Don't repeat it again.
God bless you.
Well, thank you. It's a drink. It's sake dipped in with a venomous snake.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm not really into sake, but if
I'm not into the venomous snake.
Yeah. I'd be willing to try it if it was, dipped in something else, but nah, not sake.
Yeah, what's the deal with the poison stuff? It's not poison no more, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it looks pretty wicked though. I mean,
it looks cool. It looks like something I put in the basement,
Yeah.
It's got the two like friggin' snake heads in there.
It's pretty wild looking.
That might be some of those the vipers in there. That looks wild, Dave. I mean, I won't. Maybe I will try just for the fuck of it because it looks cool. I'll give into that. I would like to put a jar in my house though. I'll be all right with that. So I'm good with that. I think not even being a drinker, I do that for the fuck of it, as long as it's safe. How about you, Dane?
Nah.
Come on, you were going to eat fucking gonads.
Not this.
How about you, Mike?
I don't know if it doesn't involve eating the snake, because I'm not against eating snakes, but if it's got its face on it, that's another thing.
It's a drink.
It's got the head.
Right.
It's got the head, but it's just a drink.
Okay, I'd give it. Yeah, why not? I'm not even much of a drinker these days, anyway.
I would just because it looks kind of cool.
I might give that one a shot.
All right, so we got a little bit on the habushu. What you got, Mike?
What about? I don't even know if I'm saying this right. Ikakuri.
You definitely ain't saying it right.
I'm definitely not saying it right, but it says squid tentacles.
Nah,
and they do it fresh. They cut them right off the squid, and they say they still move in your mouth.
They're live, yeah.
Really? Huh.
I'm out on the squid tentacles. No good.
I go for that.
Dame would try it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
I like squid. I like octopus, pulpo.
I can't do it.
I like squid. I like stuffed squid. I like fried
not alive,
but
not like
just that like still wiggling in your mouth. Not my thing. There.
Yeah,
no.
I'm out on the squid. We got Dame's a yeah, Mike's a no. I'm a no. So let's move on to Dame. What do you think, Dame? We got next.
What do we got? Basashi. Raw horse meat served cold in soy sauce or horseradish. Now, the photo.
You like the horseradish. You do like the horseradish. I know that.
No, I was going to say, like, the photo looks really good to me.
That.
I think it looks like really nice raw meat.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to eat horse meat. That's disgusting. So
what's the difference between a horse and a cow?
There's a difference. I don't know what it is, but there's a difference.
What's the difference?
Nah,
it's just standards.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
Right.
That's it.
You're probably right.
I couldn't do it.
It's a stone cold no, though.
Mike, how about you?
No, I won't do it.
After all that.
No, definitely. Well, just the raw meat thing. I mean, I'll do the sushi. I'll do that. But something about raw meat. I don't know.
I'll take the horseradish without the horse.
Right. But if it was cooked up, I might try it.
I wouldn't try horse meat. Nah.
What's the big deal?
I'm just out. It's chicken or beef. I don't eat nothing else that's strange.
What about pork?
Yeah.
No pork?
No pork for me, sir. Yeah. Nah, I like the pork. Yeah, I like the pork. What are you gonna do? All right, let's move on to. I'm gonna say this wrong. I can't even say it. Inagi no Tsukanami. Inagi no Tsukanami. If you say it fast and angry, it might sound right. Inagi no Tsukanami.
Inago no Suku. Inago no
Tsukanami.
No sex. That means no sex tonight.
Yeah. It's rice grasshoppers cooked in soy sauce. What about you, Dan? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would do it. I think I would.
Would you really?
Yeah.
How about you, Mike?
Yeah. No, that's on my inside. No,
but it doesn't really look like. It looks like.
I don't care what it looks like. I know what it is.
It looks like the fried red hot peppers. Fried.
It kind of looks like that,
right?
So give me the fried red hot peppers, not fucking grasshopper. Then.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I'll eat the grasshopper. I'm a fan of the soy sauce. I am. I'm a fan of it. But yeah, it's thumbs down for Mike, thumbs down for me. Damo, he don't care. Damo's doing everything right now with the snake.
Right.
Mike, what do you got for the next one?
So I'm going to butcher this name, of course. Shiro no Odur.
Bonjour.
Yes, which translate roughly into dancing ice fish. And they give you a bowl of these little fish. And they say they dance in your mouth as you eat them.
Ooh.
No, man. No. Nah.
I just
you see a picture of it?
Yeah, well it's street food. So
probably
probably buy like a like a taco truck
Like a
kind of
vendor
deal?
or something, yeah.
Only in February and April it's available.
Really?
It's the only time they dance.
It kind of looks like little worms or something.
Like little minnows or something.
Yeah.
I'm out on that. I ain't doing that.
Oh yeah,
No.
I'm watching a video. Yeah, man, I ain't doing that. Yeah.
Mike?
They're really
Nah.
small.
Small fish? Nah, I'm not.
Oh,
No dance in my mouth. Nah.
yeah.
Nah.
We got a good reaction video going on here now.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's good.
You really want to know what it looks like? It looks like actually like giant sperm.
Would you like 2 loads or 1 load with that, sir?
Dude, that's disgusting.
Sir, you have a little bit on your lip there.
Does it smell like bleach?
Bleach.
All right. We're going to move on to the next one. What do you got, Damo?
What are we at?
Takoyaki. Whatever that is.
Takoyaki. Is that octopus balls?
It is octopus balls. I spelled it with 2 S's. I spelled it wrong on the thing.
I didn't know octopus had balls.
Maybe they just roll it up to a ball.
But hey, man, if takoyaki, yeah, I'll have it. And after I eat it, somebody tells me what it is, I probably won't want to have it, but it looks good. You know,
it looks all right in the picture, but I'm not down with the octopus.
Wait.
Oh, wait, you found the description?
They're called octopus balls because it's ball shaped.
Oh, okay. It ain't the nuts.
No. All right, so yeah, I definitely eat it. It's it's wrapped in like a wheat flour batter.
I might be fooled by that.
That's easy. Yeah.
That sounds pretty. Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah, well, you do. What do you call it? You do the squid that's fucking breaded, right?
Yeah,
galamad. Yeah, it's almost the same.
It's a Japanese version of that.
Yeah, big galamad looks like a big ball. I thought it was octopus ball. I don't know what fucking octopus ball is.
But how do you go? Like, hey, honey, I'm really in the mood for some octopus testicle tonight. Let's go.
Then you get very disappointed when you find out it's just octopus in a ball. You know?
These aren't testicles.
Ball shaped.
Ball shaped.
Octopus.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. All right, we're gonna move on to something called NATO. It's sticky, smelly soybean fermented. No fucking way.
Yeah,
that sounds like my underwear in the summertime.
That must smell. That must reek. That shit.
Yeah, I'm out on that. No good for me.
It says it's almost like a sharp cheese smell or something.
Yeah, I'm still fucking out.
I'll have the sharp cheese.
No good for you, right, Dame? Nah. Right?
It looks like pork and beans, actually.
It's weird. It's got that sticky looking whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if
you know, it looks like Rice Krispie pork and beans. Rice Krispie treats?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
nah. Mike, would you try it?
Nope. No NATO. No.
We all go no to NATO.
It's a bad idea.
What do you got for the next one, Mike?
Well, we got some funuzushi, which is it's fermented carp, and it takes about a year to prepare this.
Nah.
So it's actually what they call it. This is probably like how sushi started. This is like the original sushi, like before it became like the raw stuff. So this is, I guess, back in the ancient days they prepared it. But this takes a year to prepare this. I guess you got to ferment it for a year before.
You probably had to have big money to get the bread. We had some emperor
probably
stuff.
Really expensive.
I've heard about this. The Vikings do this in Scandinavia, where they get fish, they ferment it, they bury it in the ground for like a year. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to be like a delicacy over there, but it smells really, really bad and tastes awful. They brought some in. One of the guys, I don't know, he was over there and he brought some over, and a couple people had it, and it was just like, it was terrible.
At work? They brought it at work?
Terrible. Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you try it or no?
No. It's like one of the worst things ever. But this sounds exactly like it. It's probably
That's
Japanese
crazy, though. To have it ferment for a year.
Yeah.
That's got to be. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine it. Like, I don't know. What do you salt it or something? I don't know. I don't know how that works.
This is what's his name?
Narazushi.
The guy from Idiot Abroad. This is what he was eating in that episode where he was kind of throwing up. So,
oh, okay. You ever see that show? Name's great.
Yeah.
Great show.
I think everybody needs to watch that show.
That's a great show. That's a
absolutely.
Great show.
Yeah, this doesn't sound good at all.
No.
Wow.
6 months. 6 months to a year. Well, they said the salt they salt destroys the bacteria. Nah, I'm still not buying it.
If it's dead that long and ain't cooked, don't eat it.
We're all out on the. How do you say it?
Funazushi.
Narazushi.
Go Funazushi yourself. I'll never try it.
Yeah.
All right, I got one here. Fugu, Japanese puffer fish. You need a license to serve this because it has poison worse than cyanide.
Nah, it's a no-brainer. No.
Fuck no, right? Why would you eat something that could be poison? And you know it ain't even going to taste good.
I forget what it's actually called, but that's the fish that has that zombie juice in it.
Like puffer fish?
They use that to turn people into like zombies and stuff like that. It was like Tets or something. I think it was what they used in what was that movie back in the 80s, that horror movie where he drank the stuff and he was having the nightmares and the zombies and the serpent and the
Serpent and the Rainbow. Good
I'm
movie.
Almost sure that's what
the voodoo movie. It was about voodoo. That was a good movie. That was a really good movie.
Use something like that comes out of that fish to put these people in like a zombie state.
To hallucinate and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Daniel, you ever see that movie? That's a good movie.
No, I remember it though.
I saw it years ago.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty trippy.
Yeah, I'm not eating this stuff.
Some stuff we do like. I do like some sushi though. I could do some sushi. You know, Dave, you a sushi guy?
I love sushi. I love it
too.
Yeah. I like the sushi.
I mean, just like American Chinese food in Japan, it's different because the guys I work with, I work with a few guys that are from Japan, and there's only certain places that they'll go to here, in our area, because it's real. I mean, a lot of them are owned by like, Chinese or, Cambodian or Vietnamese, or not. It's not like authentic,
yeah.
Japanese food, but I got to find some real ones. And
I would like to go. We should go one night.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of new.
I do love sushi.
I'm still kind of new to sushi. I'm still kind of new to it, where I started a couple years ago. Mike would eat it all the time. My wife won't eat it. Mike eats sushi. And I was like, so I tried it. I tried doing the deep fried stuff first, figured it'd be easier. And it's pretty good. I don't think I would eat. I'm not a big salmon guy, so I probably wouldn't eat salmon. But like the tuna and stuff like that, I could do. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's not that bad. I know Mike.
But like the seaweed stuff and the eel, I like all that stuff.
I can't do the seaweed. I tried the seaweed potato chip thingies. If you go to like the Asian market, they got bags of chips that are like, they got some weird. They got like bags of chips that are like seaweed. Then they have ones that are like shrimp flavor. Shrimp flavor. Potato chips.
They like a lot of fishy flavored stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not a big fish guy. I like some, but I'm not a real big fish guy.
They also like vending machines with panties in them. So,
what they do have is
interesting culture.
They do have like Kit Kats every time. Well, not every time. It's a few times. Some of the guys I work with will go over there and they come back. They'll give us like Kit Kats,
different
Japanese
kinds?
Kit Kats, because in Japan they have so many different flavors. Like, I mean,
what have you
like
tried?
Soy flavored stuff like that.
Soy flavored, wasabi flavored.
That's great.
It's really good. I mean,
you tried a couple of them?
Oh yeah.
Was there one that you really liked that you remember?
I did try the wasabi one. That was good. I love wasabi.
So it tastes like chocolate, but it's got the kick to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have so many different flavors there.
We're no fun, man. Even like I look at the Doritos. The Doritos got some I'm like, wasabi Doritos. Yeah, man. I'm all into it. The soy Doritos. I want to try them. I don't want to spend $30 on a pack of Doritos. You know,
it just shoots up right to your brain.
The sperm flavored Doritos. What do they call the sperm sack Doritos? I'll probably have.
Yeah, I'm out on this.
Nah, you're out on that.
So before we wrap up here, guys, Dame, would you ever want to go to Japan?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You would, yeah, you would go.
Yep.
How about you, Mike?
That's probably one of the few places out of the country I'd actually go to.
Yeah, I'm not a big travel guy, but I'm pretty fascinated with all their art, from the tattoo art.
That's what I like.
It's just I like a lot of stuff that's different. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm pretty fascinated with the Japanese culture and their art. Yeah. It's really interesting to me. So I would definitely go.
Yeah,
I would definitely go. But it's a long fucking plane ride. I don't know if I can sit through the plane ride, but that's
I mean, I think it's 18-hour flight, I think. I mean, you would have to, you know, a lot of people will do a layover like in LA, then they'll fly from there. But still, from LA to there, it's still 12 hours or whatever. It's, you know. But
Dame, you got to get us a show so we can be big in Japan. We can do Monte Carlo in Japan.
Yeah, right.
That would be, you know, 3 people show up here. It's sold out in Japan. We made it.
So they say.
Yeah, so that's what they say. Yep. So, guys, it's another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.